The Godfather. A poor man had so many children that he had already asked everyone to be godfather. And when still another child was born to him, there was no one left to ask. He didn't know what to do, and in distress, he lay down and fell asleep. In a dream, he was told to go out into the country and ask the first person he met to be godfather. And when he woke up, he decided to do it as his dream had told him. He went out into the country and asked the first person he met to be godfather. The stranger gave him a little bottle of water and said, "This is miraculous water. With it you can heal the sick. But you must be careful to notice where death is standing. If he is standing by the patient's head, give the patient some of the water and he will get well. But if he is standing by the patient's feet, there is nothing you can do, for the patient must die." From that time on, the man always knew whether a sick person could be saved or not. He became famous for his skill, and he made a great deal of money. Once he was called to the sickbed of the king's child. When he entered the room, he saw Death standing by the child's head and cured the child with the water. The same thing happened a second time, but the third time Death was standing by the child's feet, and the child had to die. The man thought he would like to visit the godfather and tell him how he had fared with the water. But when he went into the house, he found strange goings-on. On the first floor, a shovel and a broom were fighting, giving each other terrible blows. "Where does the godfather live?" he asked them. The broom replied, "One flight up." When he got to the second floor, he saw dead fingers lying all about. "Where does the godfather live?" he asked. One of the fingers replied, "One flight up." On the third floor, there was a pile of skulls which directed him, "One flight up." On the fourth floor, he saw some fish sizzling in a pan, frying themselves. They too said, "One flight up." On the fifth floor, he came to a door and looked through the keyhole. The godfather was inside, and he had a pair of long horns. When the man opened the door and went in, the godfather jumped into the bed and covered himself up. The man said, "Godfather, what are these strange goings-on in your house? When I got to the first floor, a shovel and a broom were fighting, giving each other terrible blows." "How can you be so simple-minded?" said the godfather. "That was the hired man and the maid having a chat. And on the second floor, I saw dead fingers lying around. My word, what a fool you are! Those were salsify roots. On the third floor, I saw a pile of skulls. You fool, those were cabbages. On the fourth floor, I saw fishes sizzling in a pan, frying themselves." No sooner had he said this than the fishes came in and dished themselves up. "And when I got to the fifth floor, I looked at the keyhole and saw you, godfather, and you had long horns." "Damn you, that's not true." Then the man was afraid and ran away. The Lord knows what the godfather would have done to him otherwise.